What is up, guys? This is Alex, and today we're going to learn video transitions. And of course, this is the beginner tutorials on Davinci Resolve. Beginner part 2. I have some clips here. Oh, by the way, if you didn't saw the first part, I'm going to put a link below, and you'll be able to see what we learned on the first video, which is getting Davinci Resolve for free, creating a new project, all those buttons here, what they are used to. We're now on the edit page, so here it is, adding simple text, the inspector a little bit, and cutting clips, which is very useful. So here we're going to do a few transitions between those clips. We're actually going to cut those clips very quickly, just to make something slightly different. And after that, that's it. Video transitions all the way. So I have a picture here, of course, which is the thumbnail, and then simply some candle with different effects. Well, there's no effects, it's just different scenarios. So here is the candle is burning, so we're gonna keep that. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna replicate this. So when you drag something around, if you want to replicate and make an exact copy of everything, including if you put some effects on it, just press Alt, and you're gonna have a replicate. I'm gonna replicate that clip or that audio or anything else. And when I'm scrolling, that's the control key and the squeal. The squeal. So this is control key and the scroll wheel. And if I'm going bigger and smaller for the clips, that is Alt, the scroll wheel. So let's do our first transition. It's gonna be the most simple video transition ever, which is just a fade in, fade out. So let's grab that. I'm gonna make it only 1 second. Let's go here. I'm gonna snug him in. And how are we going to do that? Just with the little clips here. So clip here, drag. Let's go for 4 frames. 4 frames, and that means 8. And boom, it's pretty quick. Boom. If you want to have a transition between 2 things and you want to actually grab it from the toolbox, so we go on effect, all right, toolbox. If it's not open, video transition, then you have a long list. Let's just pick one and drag it in between. Now, while this is selected, so you can click on it to have the red contour, you can actually make it longer or shorter. So let's keep it very long. Just play it. And while you're playing it the first time and a couple of the first time, it's going to generate it right on the spot. So that's a weird effect. You know what? Let's change it. All right. So if it's not selected, just select it. Delete key, it's gone. There's no transition anymore. So since we could go for blur dissolve in between again, I'm gonna make it short. And of course, while the effect is selected, you see here in the timeline transition, or should I say the inspector, right? Click on the inspector to see this. You can actually look and change the duration. The duration is actually the length of the box. So if you change that, that's going to change this here. But you can have the strength, vertical strength, and you can play with all of that if you want to. So let's keep this one there. Let's try to cross dissolve. And since my clips are so the same, we're actually going to get a picture that we replicate. Or you know what? Let's replicate. Oh, Alt. Thank you. Let's replicate that and just put cross dissolve here. And it's just like a cross dissolve, not like a fade in, fade out, but instead with transparency. That's going to be very useful for multiple of things. There are the barn doors, which is another classic. It will simply open up or push, for example, the video from left to right, things like that. So let's go for 2 more colors. So let's go for the barn doors. And there you go. So classic. Oh, this one is not actually hard on the machine. Great. So yeah, just play with those shapes, wipe, bands. There's so much things. More complex one like fusion transition. If I go in the center here, I can camera shake. Kind of a weird transition, computer effect. There's plenty of there. You can actually download also some. For example, this is Mr. Alex Tech. He has a channel, check it out. And you can actually download some and add some to your library. So that's it for the simple beginner transition. In the next video, we're gonna check out how to do a little bit of audio on the edit page. So it's gonna be very simple and it will give a definitive more punch to your videos when you know how to master a little bit more about the audio. So on that note, guys, take care and see you in the next video.